Hi everyone. This week we're going to carry on with circuit training and we're still focusing on cardiovascular fitness. To keep things simple, we're going to use the same circuit as we did last week, but we're going to have a different focus. Last week, all we asked you to do was complete the circuit and just write down how many you could do. This week, we want you to have a look at how we know we are training hard enough. So we're going to have a look at something called the thresholds of training and have a look at progressive overload. And I'll explain a little bit more about that later on. The first thing you need to do is take your heart rate. So you're going to take your resting heart rate. We want you to have a sit down, just watch a bit of telly or whatever for about 5 minutes, just to get your heart rate nice and stable. If you've got a heart rate monitor, brilliant, you can use it by all means. If not, don't worry. We're going to show you how you can take your heart rate. So what you need to do is you need to get your two fingers, the two peace sign fingers, and you are going to put them either around your wrist, just there, okay, where you should be able to feel a heartbeat, or in at your neck, just here. Now my advice to you is, and some of the things that we struggle with when we do it at school, is that students say they can't find it. So if you actually put it in at your neck, you need to push quite hard, okay? And then if you tilt your head away from the side that you've got your fingers on, and you need to make sure you are at the side of your neck here, not too far around, just underneath, just at the side of your windpipe. And then you're going to count for 15 seconds, and you're going to see how many beats you've got in 15 seconds. Now, you test your heart rate by using minutes. So you need to times that score by 4. So it'd be 15 seconds worth times 4 that give you a minute worth of your resting heart rate. Then what you're going to go and do is you're going to go and do the activity. So you're going to do a bit of a warm up, and then you're going to take your heart rate again. So after your warm up, we want you to take your heart rate. And what do you notice about it? Then you're going to do the first circuit. I want you to look at what you managed to achieve last week, and that's your aim for this week. Can you beat it? That's progressive overload. Being able to do more than you did last week. Can you make it harder for yourself? So progressively overloading your body. So making it that little bit harder. Can you do more than you did last week? And then you're going to, at the end of your first circuit, you're going to stop and you're going to take your working heart rate for a minute again. So it's up to you. You can either count for the full minute, or you can just do it again, doing the 15 seconds. You're going to give yourself a little bit of a break in between, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then you're going to do a second circuit. You'll do the same again, same 8 exercises, working for 40 seconds with 20 seconds rest in between, and then you're going to take your heart rate again at the end. So you will have a resting heart rate, then one after your warm-up, and then one after your first circuit, and another working heart rate after your second circuit. Now, if you're feeling energetic and you fancy doing a third circuit, brilliant. You're going to do the same thing again. So you do your third circuit, and then you're going to take your heart rate. When you've done all that, you need to make sure you've recorded each one, because you won't remember. I definitely won't remember all that data. So you need to make sure that you've wrote them down in between, and you'll be able to put them on your score sheet. What you're going to do is then you're going to have a bit of a cool down, a little bit of a walk around the room, make sure you've got your heart rate back down, and you're going to take your recovery heart rate. So after your third or your second circuit, you'll have took a heart rate. Then you're going to time for 2 minutes, and then you're going to take another heart rate, and then you time again for 2 minutes, and you take another heart rate, and then again for 2 minutes, and take another heart rate. So you should have a recovery heart rate every 2 minutes, lasting up till about 6 to 8 minutes after exercise. And that recovery rate is going to tell us how fit you are, or it's going to tell you how fit you are. The quicker your heart rate returns back or close to your resting heart rate means the fitter you are. And we'll look at that a little bit more over the coming weeks. So this week, what we need you to do, just to summarise, is you're going to do the same circuit as last week. It's still in the video. I've kept it exactly the same to try and keep things simple. But this week, rather than just focusing on the activities, we want the focus to be on your heart rate. And like I said, we're going to have a look at the thresholds of training and where your heart rate needs to be when you're training. You're going to take your heart rate and see where it is, and then we're going to plot it on a graph, and you're going to put your heart rate onto the thresholds of training and see if you were working hard enough. I'll do that with you later. So for now, I'm off to get changed and I'm going to do my first lot of circuits. All right then, I'll see you soon.
So this week we're going to be looking at circuit training. Now there's loads of different ways that you can do circuit training. You can focus on working specific muscle groups, or you can focus on developing your cardiovascular fitness. Today we're looking at our cardiovascular fitness. With our circuit, you always do each exercise for a set period of time. So today, for your work at home, you're going to do it for roughly 40 seconds. In between each exercise, you have rest, and you can have 20 seconds rest. Then move straight on to the next exercise. So it's 40 seconds work, 20 seconds rest. 40 seconds work, 20 seconds rest. And you're going to do that 8 times until you've done all 8 exercises. What we're going to do now is just run through the correct technique of each exercise or station so that you're not doing them wrong and you're less likely to get an injury. So the first exercise on your circuit this week is burpees. Burpees are really difficult station, really difficult to do it for the full 40 minutes. If you can, brilliant, 40 seconds. If you can, brilliant. If you can, little break, but try and do the full 40 seconds. Starting position, press up position. Bring your knees and feet up towards your hands. Once you're there, you stand up, you've got to jump in the air with your hands in the air, back down into the press-up position, legs back out, back in, up you go, back down, out. And hopefully you can do that continuous for 40 seconds. You'll then stop, you'll have your 20 seconds rest. The next exercise we're going to go on to is the squatty dogs. You start with your feet separated, one in front of the other, and your arms opposite to your feet. So your right leg's forward, your left arm is forward. You're going to jump in the air and alternate your legs and arms. And continue to do so for the full 40 seconds. So this exercise will be focusing on your leg muscles, your hamstrings, your quadriceps, gluteus maximus, and your gastrocnemius. 40 seconds is up there, miss. Stop. We're now going to have your 20 seconds rest. Next exercise is the side touches. 2 steps to the left, left hand down, 2 shuffles to the right, right hand down, 2 shuffles to the left hand down, 2 shuffles to the right hand down. And again, continuous for the full 40 seconds. That's time this, your 20 seconds knees, similar to sprinting technique, right knee up to 90 degrees, left arm up. Alternate, alternate, and it's continuous. As many as you can in the 40 seconds. Good technique this, and stop. We're then going to go on to mountain climbers. Mountain climbers, down into the press-up position, and straight, hips low, back and legs straight. Mountain climbers, you bring your right knee and right foot up into the body, and then in the air, you'll change legs, like so. And then it's continuous for the full 40 seconds. Remember to keep your arms straight, your back straight, into your legs that are going in and out. Thank you, miss. The next exercise we're going to look at is jumping jacks. Sure we've all done these before in some PE lesson. Feet next to each other, hands by your sides. As you jump out and open your legs, you will also bring your arms up. Then back in, in, and it's continuous. Thank you, miss. Moving on, we are going to go into the crocodile press-ups. A little bit more movement than the normal press-up. Hands, shoulder width apart, arms straight, body, back, nice and straight with your legs. We're then going to bend one arm onto your elbow, other arm onto your elbow, back onto your hand, back onto your hand. Elbow, elbow, hand, hand. Remembering to keep that core nice and straight, keep it contracted throughout, so that you're getting the full benefit through your upper body. Thank you, miss. And our last station is squat thrusts. Down into the press-up position again. This time, rather than working the upper body and your arms, you'll be working your legs. Bend your knees, feet come in and back out. Making sure that your arms stay straight again, and when your legs are at the furthest point out, your back and your legs are nice and flat. Cheers, miss. Remember, we're working for 40 seconds, we're then resting for 20 seconds in between. Once you've been through all 8 of the stations, that is classed as 1 circuit. If you can push yourself, can you do 2 circuits? If you're really fit, can you do 3 circuits? Good luck. Let us know how you get on.
I'm off for a nap. See you later.
you